Hello and welcome back to MFAT Coaching. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you for joining. If you are coming back because you're a subscriber, you know I appreciate how much you support me. So this is the first spread of February. My theme for February is actually going to be vulnerability. So I'm super excited to discuss my theme with you this week and to do a Mickey and Minnie Mouse spread. So if that interests you, I encourage you to stick around. The very first thing I want to do is use these two little scenes, one down here, and they're just gonna fit, or they might be a little too big, and then one kind of up here. So let's see how that's gonna work. I'm used to it's a little easier to do this with Happy Planner when you've got, you can take it off the discs, put it back on the discs, but the discs don't move very well, so anyway. So let's see what I can do here to get what we're looking for. All right. Let's see if I can just cut right here. All right. And then I can continue this on the other side like this. There we go. So there is one. And then I was going to do this other one here at the bottom. Yeah, it's just not quite. It's so close. I don't want to cut their little feet off at the bottom. All right. I'll do it like that. And then I just need to cut off that little extra. All right, well, as I said, welcome to February, folks. I don't know about you, but January both had some days that were like the longest days ever. And then in some ways it just went by like that. So I guess I am not complaining per se, but it feels a little crazy. So I think I'm feeling like just a little bit vulnerable, like in general. And that's good because all month on this channel, I will be exploring the concept of vulnerability and ways to help ourselves feel more comfortable with vulnerability. Because for many, many people, that feeling of being vulnerable is really scary and it can cause people to really lash out. That is something to, it helps if we are aware of what might happen. So if we are aware of the fact that we might lash out, then we can kind of practice being vulnerable and learning to be a bit more okay with that feeling. So for those of you who don't know, this is a blue sky planner. Let's see, there we go. That you can purchase these at like Office Depot, for instance. They're very big. They're fairly big size, which is why I love them, but very blank in these spaces. I like both a horizontal and a vertical spread. I said that correctly. And so I just really like to have both. And so there we go. I want to put, going through, this is the Oasis Adventure Icons, one of the most gorgeous sticker books, in my opinion, of course. But there are some Mickeys and Minnies in the shape of little flower pots in here somewhere. Here we go. And I want to put them, over here. All right. Well, maybe the small one. Maybe the small tree. Kind of fill in a little bit of this space here because this goes right up to February 22nd, and I want to kind of take this over a little bit closer, at least, to February 22nd. You know when you think, when you know there's like a whole page or something, but you can't find it? That's what was just happening to me. All right, let's get an equally cute Mickey of about that same size next to Minnie. There we go, perfect. So what you're seeing on here is there are certain days that I make sure that I post. I post Instagram. I try to post Instagram every day, but like I do videos here on this channel on Tuesdays, videos on my Patreon group on Wednesdays, and then I try and do either a story or a reel on Thursday and Saturday, although usually Saturday becomes Sunday. I don't know why. And then Monday is, I try to post to Instagram, of course, but just a post. Sunday is a post. Those are the goals. But so you see I have these little post-it notes with little dogs on them because I'm a big dog lover, to try and remind myself of when the videos are in the special Instagram days. All right, I'm really enjoying how this is coming together. I'm trying to decide if I need any, like, anything else. If there's a Mickey in front of a building, maybe over here. That needs to happen. All right, let's go ahead and go with that. All right, now I need some boxes. There are no boxes in the Oasis. So let's see, I also have the color block and the magic plan. So let's see. Colors are sometimes a little different. They're a bit primary in this book, and they are definitely not the primary colors of this book. This is more fall colors, but we're gonna see if we can't make it work. Maybe with some black and gold boxes. I do usually include like one longer box so that I remember to write some ideas down. Did I see a longer box? I feel like I saw a longer box somewhere. Aha. So in the color block, there are some longer boxes. So let's check those out. We've got this Make Today Count, which I do really like and could go on here. And the black, Always Trust Your Heart, or even the yellow with them kissing. Oh my gosh, that might be the winner. Already a Minnie on this page. I think I'm going to go with the Always Trust Your Heart. And put that kind of here. Yeah. Let's just check, because I could put it like over here. It could overlap a building, but that's okay. Actually, I'm liking that, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it didn't quite cover up the Lunar New Year, so I'm just going to add a little white out there. There we go. All right. Perfect. All right, now to do some boxes. Of course, now there's lots of Mickey on this page. We're gonna need some Minnie. That's really cute. So I just love the first week of a month. There's just something about it that always, I don't know, it feels like refreshing, like, which was my theme for last month. And look at this, Minnie saying stay kind. Oh, it's so cute. All right. I got distracted. Sorry, friends. Trying to find some more boxes here. There's this little tiny amount of green. So it might be worth adding a little green over here. And I like this, the fact that Mickey here looks like he's searching. So it's like he's almost searching for Minnie. I just think that is super cute. So there's my Thursday box. I can put my Wednesday video back next Wednesday. There we go. But yeah, so Thanksgiving. I don't know where that is. Valentine's Day. There we go. Is one of those holidays that, I don't know. It, you know, obviously it feels very commercial at times, because let's face it, it is fairly commercial. And let's go ahead. I have this yellow down here, but no yellow over here. I'm laughing a lot at this Mickey who's sticking his tongue out and saying nope. And I think I'm going to put that on Sunday, because Sunday is a day that I try to take the day off. And so I will try and take that day off. I'm just, nope, no, not doing it, no. But we'll see, because let's be honest, it rarely happens. Particularly because I will sometimes take Saturday off. Anyway. But that is just, he's cracking me up, and I just love it. So we'll try and use that there so I can take a day off. We'll see. But I do want to add this Courage is Golden. So again, the theme for the month, as I say, is vulnerability, and vulnerability really tends to make people feel really anxious. And courage is oftentimes something that we need to kind of face that fear of vulnerability. So what we will talk about this month is some different practices that you can build into your life to encourage you to face vulnerability in a safe space so that you know what it feels like, so you don't overreact to it. And then also so you can feel what courage feels like and you can build your courage up. Courage is golden. That is beautiful and I love it. All right. So while the theme really is vulnerability, I love that courage, like discussion of courage and what comes of that. All right, I have this green one on there. So maybe I'll just add a little green over here, kind of in the middle of Tuesday. So now I have a Tuesday box. Is that straight? Probably not totally straight, but I think it's gonna be good enough. Like I always say, it's gonna be good enough, and then I'm like, but let's move it anyway. All right, there we go. So now I have a greens. I do still want a yellow, but I don't want the yellow down here. So I think I want to put a yellow box up there. Yellow or gold. Or I could just put this yellow over another box. Maybe I'll do that. I'll go, this is the colorful boxes. I know I have some gold in here. So I will pull out gold, and it kind of like, yeah, this is not quite, it's like a gold, but a matte gold, and this is going to be a shiny gold, but I'm okay with that. Which way do I want to do it? Maybe I'll put this one down and this one over it like this. So now we just need one last Saturday box. This kind of pale pink box is really calling out to me. I think because when it gets further away, it looks a little bit like this color, even though it's not quite that color, but I think I'm going to be okay with that. We'll see. There we go. All right, so there's my Saturday. Cracking me up, guys, cracking me up. I mean, and how vulnerable can it be to say no? Like sometimes it's so hard, it's so anxiety producing to just say like, I don't want to do that, I can't do that, no. And it's so great when you can do it and just, just say no, as those of us who are, went to school in the late 80s, early 90s were told in terms of drug use, just say no, my friends. But, oh, that is nowhere near straight. Oh man, let's see. Is that better? Still just a little crooked. There we go. So there's a box there. And now to question, like, I think maybe this box needs a little icon. Have some little icons here. Black, Mickey is just so cute. I think it needs to be Minnie though. Let's see if I have some cute little minis. I do. So here's a cute little Minnie. Or maybe slightly bigger minis, but with these metallic bows. Or is it going to drive me crazy that the metallics aren't the same? It might drive me a little crazy. So let's just go with pink. Pinks aren't quite the same either, but there's some other shades of pink, and I think that's okay. I love her here. She looks like she's like tap dancing and being like, ta-da! So I think we'll go with that. Okay. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that is needed. Some words here, maybe. Happily grateful, but I don't want to add anything quite that bright pink. I am enjoying the journey. Journey is my word. Be kind. Being kind to yourself is a huge piece of vulnerability. So maybe I will add this be kind. Do I want to add it? Where would I want it? Somehow just like sticking it down in the middle doesn't work for me. I don't know if it needs something else then. Maybe I can put it so it's coming off this building. I like that. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna stop because I could go on for days. Disney is just so cute, but I think that's gonna be my spread for the week. I hope that I gave you a little bit of a teaser for vulnerability. It didn't scare you away despite my discussion of courage, so that you will be interested in coming back and hearing a little bit about what I do throughout the month. And then I also, if you are more interested, we'll talk more about this on my Patreon channel. So I encourage you to check me out on Patreon. And of course, if you have any questions about this spread, any thoughts, I would love to hear it. Comment below. And have a great first week of February, folks. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.